Welcome to the Safety Buddy, we hope you are doing good. Today we will be discussing about ethanol handling. This is a vast topic, please hold on till the end. We will be learning a lot about handling ethanol and this video should eliminate your need to refer to an MSDS. Though for better understanding you should read a safety data sheet before you engage in handling any hazardous chemical. We will see what are the other names of ethanol and its uses, also various production techniques and its characteristic features. Later we will discuss about the licenses you will need to set up an ethanol handling facility along with electrical safety standards you need to comply with. We will see the safety precautions for construction of storage tanks. We shall discuss the fire and explosion hazards and safety aspects, how to manage spillages, then the health hazards and emergency first aid procedures. At the end we will learn about personal protective equipments. Let's start. Chemical formula of ethanol is CH3CH2OH. Ethanol is commonly known as ethyl alcohol or grain alcohol and abbreviated as ETOH. Essentially, ethanol is ethane with a hydrogen molecule replaced by a hydroxyl radical, OH, which is bonded to a carbon atom. Other usual names of ethanol are absolute or drinking alcohol, cologne spirit, ethyl alcohol or ethyl hydrate or ethyl hydroxide. You may hear people calling it ethylol in some countries or hydroxyethane and methyl carbinol as well. Ethanol has variety of uses ranging from its use in household heating to feedstock in industries. Common uses of ethanol are as follows: it is used as an alternative fuel and is blended with motor spirit or petrol in a ratio of 10% by volume. It is a clean burning fuel and is also used in completely ethanol driven engines. Ethanol, being purest form of alcohol, is used as recreational drug. It is also known for its medical properties and hence is used as antiseptic and as a disinfectant, for sterilization and for cleaning of wounds. Nowadays it is in demand for manufacturing of hand sanitizers. Ethanol is an excellent solvent. It is also used in synthesis and testing of organic compounds. As a biopropellant in rockets and fuel cells. It is often used as coolant in compressors and air conditioners due to very low melting point and low toxicity. Ethanol is produced by fermenting and distilling grains such as sugar, molasses, corn, barley and wheat. Another form of ethanol, called bioethanol, can be made from many types of trees and grasses, although the process is more difficult. Ethanol is naturally produced by the fermentation of sugars by yeasts or via petrochemical processes. Ethanol is a byproduct of the metabolic process of yeasts and is produced in sugar industries as a byproduct. Ethanol can also be commonly found in overripe fruits and some specialized liquors such as the famous Goan Fenny is made with this process. It is also produced during the germination of many plants by natural anaerobiosis. You will be surprised to know that minute quantity of ethanol and acetaldehyde are found in the exhaled breath in a rare condition known as autobrewery syndrome, where it is naturally fermented within the digestive system. In India, currently 10% ethanol is blended with petrol or motor spirit, which was started with 5% blending, and later in 2015 was raised to 10%. Government plans to increase blending to 15% in near future. In Brazil, motor spirit is currently blended in ratio of 1:3, that is 25%. Hydrous ethanol can be used as fuel in more than 90% of gasoline-fueled cars sold in Brazil. You might be thinking, why is ethanol being blended with motor spirit? So as to reduce import of crude to produce Class A petroleum products such as motor spirit, which is the most widely used fuel in middle-class households. As a rich producer and exporter of sugar where ethanol is produced as byproduct, it is relatively easy to produce ethanol in huge quantities indigenously in India. Ethanol increases the octane number of fuel, which in turn decreases the knocking of engine. Ethanol blended motor spirit decreases emission of nitrogen and sulfur oxides, hence contributing to the overall reduction in air pollution. To restrict transportation personnel against black marketing and consumption as beverage, some denaturants such as bitterant are added in 50 parts per million and croton aldehyde in 20 parts per million. BIS standard followed for this is 15464. Ethanol is completely soluble in water and presents potential problems for storage and handling. Ethanol will not be significantly degraded by small amount of clean water, though water addition dilutes its value as a fuel. A higher conductivity suggests that ethanol will dissipate static electrical charges that build up while pumping fuel during fuel transfer faster than motor spirit. This gives ethanol a theoretical safety advantage over motor spirit, as static electrical charges generated will get dissipated more quickly. Auto ignition temperature of ethanol is significantly higher than that of motor spirit. This makes ethanol less susceptible to ignition when spilled on hot surface such as engine exhaust manifold. The lower flammable or explosive limit of ethanol is higher than motor spirit.
Pure ethanol burns with a flame that is not clearly visible in bright sunlight.
However, ethanol-doped motor spirit flame is visible. United Nations number or UN number of ethanol is 1170. Ethanol bears a transparent color which appears bright and clear such as water. Ethanol is highly corrosive to mild steel and aluminium and hence is always stored in stainless steel or glass containers. In industries, corrosion inhibitors and antioxidants are used to make them less reactive to mild steel storage tanks. CAS number of ethanol is 64175. Density is represented as specific gravity at 20 degrees Celsius. In petroleum industry, least purity required for blending with motor spirit is 99.6%, which shall give you a specific gravity above 0.7938 to 0.7956. Talking about chemical properties. Auto ignition temperature of ethanol is 425 degrees Celsius. Ethanol has a boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius and melting point of -117.3 degrees Celsius. Ethanol exerts a vapor pressure of 44 mm mercury column at 20 degrees Celsius. Viscosity happens to be 1.19 centipoise at 20 degrees Celsius for ethanol. The flash point of ethanol is 13 degrees Celsius. Where the lower explosives limit or lower flammability limit is 3.3% by volume, the upper explosives limit is 19% by volume, which makes it highly flammable and hazardous chemical. Haschem code of ethanol is 2YA. Ethanol is basically pH neutral, means it has a pH value of 7. Basically, 2 tests will be carried out for ethanol at receiving location before unloading, which are test for purity and test for hydrocarbon contamination. In distillery or producing industry, all tests are conducted based on standard for ethanol quality. Alcoholometry table IS 2302-1989 is used to test purity of ethanol, and acceptable limit is minimum of 99.6%. Hydrocarbon contamination is checked by mixing 50 ml water and 50 ml ethanol in a 100 ml water watch glass container and observing formation of layer over top surface of mixture. For handling ethanol, you basically need 4 licenses, which are explosives license from CCOE Nagpur or PESO, factory license and approval from State Pollution Control Board. Other licenses vary from state to state, as in Gujarat you will also need a excise exemption license. The layout drawing approval shall be obtained before the installation of ethanol facilities and before commissioning of ethanol facilities. Amendment in PESO license shall be obtained. Ethanol fulfills criteria of Class A petroleum product, hence all facilities licenses and approvals required for the same are also applicable for ethanol. Inter-distances norms of OISD corresponds to those of Class A petroleum product. Ethanol is considered equivalent to Class A petroleum product for having a flash point of 13 degrees Celsius. Also in National Electric Code, ethanol is put in gas group 2A alongside motor spirit and temperature class T2. All electrical fittings and fixtures shall be installed keeping this in mind. Most suitable equipments for Zone 0 are intrinsically safe equipments. However, Zone 1 should have electrical installations of explosion or flame-proof type. Those equipments featuring enhanced safety are also good for these environments. All automation and process equipments installed near Zone 0 and Zone 1 should have power rating of lower than 24 volts. Fixed type leakage detectors such as hydrocarbon detectors, which are designed to detect vapors of ethanol, are required to be installed near handling facility like tank farms, pump houses and automated loading or unloading stations. Tanks fabricated out of inflated steel, stainless steel, black iron or bronze can be used for storage of ethanol, since they have acceptable resistance to corrosion by ethanol. Avoid use of zinc, brass, copper and aluminum for ethanol. Non-metallic materials such as butadiene, neoprene rubber, polyethylene, nitrile, polypropylene, Viton and Teflon are resistant to ethanol. Tank shall be constructed of low carbon or cold finished steel with butt welding. It is advised to not use any platted material for tank construction. Epicoating is not recommended for the tanks proposed for storage of ethanol or ethanol-doped motor spirit. Steps to be taken if material is released or spilled. Restrict access to area. Keep unprotected personnel upwind of spill. Remove sources of heat, sparks, and flames. Provide adequate ventilation. Contain spill. Prevent liquid from entering sewers and confined spaces. Use non-sparking tools and equipment. For small spillages, absorb with sand or other suitable material like absorbent pads and transfer to suitable disposal container. Flush area with water. In case of large spills, use alcohol-resistant foam to form blanket to reduce vapors and decrease fire hazard. Pick up liquid for recovery or disposal when feasible. Absorb residues with sand, absorbent pads or other suitable material. Transfer to suitable disposal containers. For disposal methods, follow national, state and local disposal requirements. Waste residues and liquids may be unignitable hazardous waste. In case of fire, use extinguishing media which is appropriate for the surrounding fire. Other means include water, dry chemical powder of type BC or ABC, CO2, sand, dolomite, and alcohol-resistant type foam. Do not extinguish fire unless flow can be stopped first. First of all, try to arrest leakage and cut off the fuel. Some special firefighting procedures are: keep upwind and shut down all possible sources of ignition. Water may be ineffective but used to keep fire-exposed containers cool. Keep runoff water out of sewers and water sources. Close the dike valves for water runoff control. Avoid water in straight hose stream because it will scatter and spread fire. Use spray or fog nozzles and cool containers exposed to flames with water from the side until the fire is out. Move container from fire area if it can be done without risk. If risk of water pollution occurs, notify appropriate authorities. Some unusual fire and explosion hazards are that ethanol makes explosive mixtures with air. It is extremely flammable and may explode in case of fire. Flammable vapors may travel considerable distance to source of ignition and cause flashback fire. Let's discuss the first aid measures. There are 4 primary modes of entry or exposure to humans, which are through skin. Ethanol is subcutaneous and get absorbed through skin, through eyes, by ingestion or by inhalation. When you have skin contact without any barrier, it may cause irritation to skin. In this case, remove affected person from source of contamination and wash contaminated portion of skin promptly with soap or mild detergent and water. Remove clothing promptly, if soaked through, and wash with soap. If it got through eye contact, it may cause irritation to eyes and can be damaging or detrimental if large amount is splashed into eyes. Wash eyes promptly with plenty of water, while lifting the eyelids. Continue to rinse for at least 15 minutes, and get medical attention immediately. In case of ingestion, it most probably will be intoxicating, and if ingested in undiluted form, it has a severe drying effect on mucous membranes of mouth and throat. Wash out mouth thoroughly, and give plenty of water to drink. Do not induce vomiting and get medical attention immediately. Also keep in mind that you should never make an unconscious person vomit or drink fluids, as it may enter into the lungs and be even more lethal. For cases of inhalation, the permissible or occupational exposure limits is 1000 ppm, that is 1900 mg per cubic meter. It can be intoxicating if is continuously inhaled for a long period of time. If it is felt so or the person has passed out, move him to fresh air immediately and perform artificial respiration if breathing has stopped. When breathing is difficult, properly trained personnel may administer oxygen. Keep the person warm and at rest. These are general guidelines, and if occurs, the first step should be calling the doctor and getting medical attention promptly. Personal protective equipments required for handling of ethanol are typically the same as you would require for any other petroleum product. These include respirators, either half mask or full mask. Both will serve the purpose, but in case of high concentration environment, you should consider using a self-contained air breathing apparatus or SCBA. Eye protection gear or chemical splash goggles, butyl or nitrile or latex gloves, because ethanol is known to defatten your skin, causing dryness and itching after exposure. Also, gloves would protect you from harms produced due to added denaturants like bitterant and crotonaldehyde, and same applies for full body coverall to protect your body. If possible, engineering controls should be put to work so you have the least chance of exposure. For rescue operations, the following listed equipments should be provided in location nearest to the facility as prescribed by industry standards such as OISD and PESO. An SCBA set with minimum 2 cylinders and a working time of 30 minutes. Minimum 2 pairs of hand gloves. 2 pairs of safety goggles. Eye wash and safety shower near handling facility. 2 water gel blankets. Absorbent pads and pillows. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe the channel for latest updates.